Do you want to?
That's how I run my life. I'm playing way ahead and then I forget. Good noon. Great to see all of you here today. Lots of guests we're excited about. And we are going to start by thanking those who are making today's meeting go so smoothly. Greg Farrell and Greg Gatchuk and Rick Emreim on the technology, Sarah Fink and Barb Regnitz reading people. And Rick is going to lead us first after the pledge. Been at this 8 months. I keep forgetting to pledge first. What's the matter, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we'll do the pledge first. Thank you, Bill. And then Rick will lead us in the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, and welcome to our members who couldn't make it in person today. Eric, Tim, I think Laura. It's not showing us the sunshine though. Sharon, Mike, and Jen. Anybody else on there? Okay, our past president, Don Kroger, is going to come up and lead us in our invocation. Next time, so I go sit by Dawn, I just tell her I need some of that patience and goodness to rub off on me. So I sit by Dawn.
Good afternoon. Would you please bow your heads with me in prayer? Lord, we come together today as one people, your people. Thank you for Bill, Rick, and the grant committee. Thank you for the community organizations helping those in need. We ask for your blessings on them and all those in need. We also ask for prayers of strength and resilience for the people of Ukraine. In the words of Isaiah 41:10, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Maybe see it. Very helpful. Our next will come. The very helpful Marcy Jan.
She brought everybody in. So.
Okay, so she says your name wrong. It's Barb's fault. Marcy's so kind. I learned how kind Marcy was when we did the mousetrap activity.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So we have 3 guests today. Our first guest is Lori Vanderteen. I hope I'm saying that correct. She's with Valparaiso Professional Pharmacy, and she is Jim's guest. Jim, say your last name. I'm sorry. Binoculars. I'm sorry. Thank you. So please, everyone, say hi to Lori.
Hi,
Lori.
Welcome. Okay, our second guest is Allison Kath. She's an attorney at law, and she's a guest today of Diane Dreitner. So everyone say hello to Allison. There you are. Welcome.
Hi, Allison.
And our final guest today is David Andranovich. He is with Andranovich CPA, and he is a guest of Doug Watkins. So can everyone say hi to David?
Hi, David.
Thank you, everyone.
Barb, you did tell me Marcy was doing that. I'm sorry. Short-term memory problem. And your names are being put into that drawing for that vacation. I know you don't believe me, but I'm telling you. Okay, introduction of our student guest. Deb, good. Please come up, Carly.
I'm gonna come in.
You are. Honestly, I do have a short-term memory problem since my heart surgery. I'm very serious about that one.
Okay, we have two student guests today. They're both seniors at Cowles High School. We have Caitlin Reedy and Erin Ketchmark. They are going to tell you a little bit about themselves.
Hi, she said I'm Caitlin Reedy. My parents are Laura and Michael Reedy, and they work at RQAW, which is an engineering firm. Organizations I'm involved in, East Porter Honor Society. I'm heavily involved in the band at high school, and I'm involved in a ton of academic schools. I will be getting my honors diploma this year, so that's something I'm very excited about. And I'm going to be going to Northern Michigan University and studying environmental sustainability with a minor in music.
Hello, I'm Eric Ketchmark. I am the son of Kevin and Kelly Ketchmark. My father is a farmhand for Mark Scarborough at Scarborough Farms, and my mother is a labor nurse at Northwest Health. I have two brothers, Ethan and Caleb Ketchmark. They're both older than me, so I'm the youngest. I'm involved in my varsity basketball, soccer, and baseball. I plan to attend Manchester University this coming spring, and I tend to study exercise science to become a physical therapist.
A little gift for you. Our focus this year is on growing leaders, and this is a little book on self-leadership, how successful people win. And we also have our local Rotary history book in there for you. Thank you.
Well, due to COVID this year, things have all now doubled up at one time frame because the World Beers Conference, which we normally hold in November, is going to be held April 14th. Our topic, a tough one, I'm going to spend about 3 months on this so far. Human trafficking in plain sight, what can you do? In 2014, we did human trafficking, but we did it from a labor perspective. And this year, we're going to hit the talk on sex trafficking, which is a challenge. I will be meeting with a couple of principals tomorrow to explain how we're going to be delicately, yet honestly, having this conversation. I am going to ask, I'm going to beg. On March 14th, exactly 1 month prior to that conference, the keynote speaker, Shaana Robrock, from the Phoenix Alliance, will be here to talk to us. Of course, the discussion will be a little bit different to us than it will be to the students. But I really wanted our membership to hear what the students are going to be hearing. And I would like to encourage you. She's going to be driving from the other side of Fort Wayne, so she'll be spending $5 on the road to get here. We're trying to figure out how to give her as much time as we can. I'm asking that you be here that day, if at all possible. Bring young mothers. The target age for this human trafficking is 12 to 14 for girls and 11 to 13 for boys. You're going to hear a discussion that will break your heart. It will surprise you because you think it's not here. You think it's not here? You think it's not in Porter County? It's in Porter County. I'm talking to the counselors. I'm talking to DCFS. Our police officers are not necessarily aware that it's in the county because they're not reported. Because many times it's not the abduction that we think. It's the family, it's online, and it's the boyfriend. So I am going to beg you, please come March 14th and hear this discussion. Bring somebody with you. Okay, I need to move from that. Today, we have 2 deadlines out of the schools. The VILA, Rotary Youth Leadership Conference, applications are due in today. We will be interviewing the students from the 8 high schools for 5 students to go to Camp Kamsa the last weekend of April. And I think I know who I can count on for interviews, but if anybody would like to help interview for that, please let me know. That'll be at March 10th at 5 o'clock. And also due today are the scholarships. They've been out there since the first of the month to all of the schools. And they are due in by the end of the day also. So if you know of anybody that it was planning on, they have to the end of the day to get those in.
Thank you, Debbie. So kind of an alarming announcement for somebody that has 7 granddaughters, but you know, human trafficking isn't just with females. It's a very important topic. So some general announcements. Rotary offers 130 Peace Fellowship scholarships. So just recently, one of our local students from former student of Morgan Township received an $8,000 scholarship to study abroad. And this happened not just because we stood up here and made an announcement. It happened because people heard the announcement and started contacting students and saying, are you interested? Are you have any plans to study abroad? And we thank Deb Good, Deb Pressel, Sharon Kish for working on that. So now this Peace Fellowship is for somebody who's early to mid-career, out of college, 3 years, somebody that may have experiences in foreign missions, exchange student programs, somebody interested in peace. We promote peace. So be asking and looking around, and there's, I believe it's a May deadline to apply for that. It's quite a process, just like it was quite a process to get the $8,000 scholarship. So please be looking and thinking of people that cannot be a Rotarian or a Rotarian's family. It's somebody outside Rotary this time. Also, next week we'll be meeting at the Indiana Dunes Visitor Center. And if you have not signed up, please do so today so we know how many is coming, to know how much pizza to order. And we'd like for you to give $10 for the pizza and drinks that evening.
What time?
4:30. Gather at 4:30, no meeting here in this room next Monday. Monday at 4:30. And the addresses and the announcements will be again this week. Kiwanis has invited us to join them when their national president comes on March 16th. Please read the announcements that go out each week for instructions on that. Thank you so much. Last week, Chris Krause, Greg Farrell, and Mary Jo, they all worked to prepare for Senator Young to zoom in, and then it had to be canceled, and we can all understand why. He was on the Foreign Affairs Committee in the Senate, so it's very important that he was there, I'm sure. And thank you guys for the work you did to prepare for that, and had to be canceled. So now I'm going to turn it over to Bill Higbee, and let me please ask the grant recipients to stay around afterwards for a picture for our social media. Bill, welcome, and come tell us all the good news.
Keaton, what do you play? Are you an instrumentalist or some
I play trombone.
trombone? Oh, that's close.
What do you play, Bill?
Do I really need to say?
Maybe they don't know.
World's most noble and profound instrument.
The oboe?
Saxophone?
Harmonica.
Aaron, we're actually related. You probably don't realize that. Okay, so I'm up here not to talk to the students, but to welcome our representatives from some local nonprofit organizations who have been fortunate enough to receive a grant from our club. Each year, our club extends an opportunity for local nonprofit organizations to apply for some funding to help them do what they do. And this year we have six groups with us. Now, this is a competitive process, so they have to fill out an application and then keep their fingers crossed. There's always more need than there is money to give away, as is usually the case. Our committee this year had $10,000 to award, and we had requests totaling $56,700 from 12 organizations. It's a large committee, and those that were able to participate this year in the review process were Jim Burns, Rob Kavanaugh, Matt Evans, Greg Gottschalk, Annetta Jones, Sharon Cash, Rick Lohmeyer, Byron Smith, Mark Sonnenberg, Bill Steinbrecher, and Doug Watkins. So I do want to thank all of them for their time. We did spend a great deal, many hours actually, well into the night, some heated and contentious debate. Some threat of violence, but none actually broke out. So we finally decided, after all of that, we decided on 6 organizations to receive funding. We're fortunate to have them here today. They're each going to come up and talk for about an hour. Tell us a little bit about their organization and their specific project for which they are going to receive funding. So I'm going to introduce them as a group. I'll ask you each to stand up when I introduce you, and then I'll get out of the way and we just seamlessly walk up. Okay, so first, Chris Cospade from Family House. Chris is here today. And then Marianne Frigo from Jacob's Ladder. Lita Peters from Respite House. And Barb Kubasak from St. Agnes Adult Day Service Center. Will Sharp from True North Training Stables. And Kevin Upnaw and Lisa Kuzbelt from Valpo Parks. So we'll start with Chris and hear a little bit about Family House and what our funding is helping them do.
Hi, I'm Chris Cosbeda from the Family House. I can talk an hour. I'll try to keep it short. Thank you so much for the opportunity to apply for the grant. I know the need is great, and you have supported us before in the work we've done for years. I've been with Family House now 11 years. It's like a record. But we continue to just keep on, and we've really worked hard, especially during COVID, trying to figure out ways to continue to serve the community. We work with families within Northwest Indiana. The work we do, if you don't know where Family House is, it's that little house, a big house, 100-year-old house, on the corner where you go into Town and Country on Glendale. And it sits behind CBS. There's a side road that goes in there. And so that's where we're located. We try to keep a very neutral, home-like environment for our families. We do court order, supervision, and custody exchanges. So any family that's going through divorce, domestic violence, restraining orders, they're court ordered. And if they can't, if one party can't visit the child without supervision, that's what we do. They come to Family House, they're able to see their child with us, and we monitor and make sure that it's safe for everybody, safe for the family. And if anybody's under the influence, then it gets canceled, you know, and then we try again. We really try to do the best and keep the child in mind. Everything we do, I try to, you know, try to tell our staff, focus on making it best for the child. Because the child doesn't know what kind of baggage, some of them do, obviously, but some of them just want to see that parent, whether or not, you know, doesn't matter to them what they've done. Sometimes they've just had that connection with their parents. So we work on interactions with those parents. We intervene, we teach parenting, and we just work with whatever that family needs. So thank you. And we've worked on a new logo, and thanks to you. And I didn't have anything large, so I wanted to just show you. It's kind of colorful, but we're changing our logo from the green, and we're excited to be able to do that. So thank you to the Rotary Club for that. And it's been a long time since we. Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, since we've been able to do that, we had the green kind of stick figure, but we brought some color in. We actually had a designer help us, and she's
That's
local,
nice.
and so it's been great. So thank you so much for the support to be able to do that. If you have any questions about what we do, please let me know. Stop by. We do have a pretty strict social distancing policy in place, just because we can't control what's going on with these families, but we're happy to show up what we do and share with you anytime. So just give us a call and we're happy to share. Thank you.
Everybody, I'm Mary Ann. I'm from Jacob's Ladder. I'm actually Jacob's mama. And when I could not find therapy services locally for him, we started Jacob's Ladder as a not-for-profit. We started with the goal of seeing 40 special needs children and providing occupational, physical, and speech therapy for them. And we now see over 1,000 children a week. We see them throughout 7 counties in their homes when they're 0 to 3 and they're just babies. And then when they graduate our early intervention program, some go to the school for therapy, some go to a local place, and then we have our Chesterton site. So we see about 800 babies a week, and then we see about 200 kids at the Chesterton site, mostly school-age kids. We bought the building a couple of years ago, which was very exciting. We kind of had a nomadic life for the first 28 years, moving from rental property to rental. And we had been in that building, and we're having to, every time a mom brought a child that was big enough to be in a wheelchair, we would have to send several of us out to help pick up the wheelchair over the curb because it wasn't handicap accessible. And we did that for a couple of years until y'all came along and helped us build a handicap ramp. And so we so appreciated every mama, every therapist that doesn't have to pick up that teenager and the heavy wheelchair to get them over the curb. We did install it, and it's wonderful. People talked about it for at least 2 weeks. It was wonderful. We love having and giving tours. If anybody else wants to come and see Jacob's Ladder, we would love to have you come by. And we are so grateful that Rotary has such a giving heart. I know a lot of these people today that are getting something. Either my mom went to St. Agnes, or my foster kids went to Family House, or we partnered with True North to do a special needs handicap horse riding program. So you chose wonderfully, and we all really appreciate it, and thank you.
I'm Lita Peters, Executive Director of Respite House, very short. We opened Respite House in 2009. Respite House is a halfway house for men who are suffering from substance abuse. And it's a sober living home. So we help them transition back into society. We do a lot of comprehensive care and with a lot of other agencies and organizations in the community. And we just opened our second home over on Union Street, April 6th. So we're not quite there a year. We were very excited about this opportunity. It's the first time that we applied. And our project is, I'm so nervous. Our project is a serenity and meditation garden. We had a garden that some ambitious clients put together 10, 11 years ago, and it's massive and it's decrepit, and we need to take it apart and rebuild. So really excited about this. It gives them a place that they can kind of go and decompress and unwind. So thank you. Thanks for this opportunity. Art Kubisak at St. Agnes Adult Day Center. And we've been open 25 years this year. And I've been there since the beginning. Right now, we're open every day but Thursday because of COVID. We used to be open 5 days a week, but because of COVID, we had to condense our days. I think people were hesitant to come, considering the people that we care for. They were just a little hesitant to connect. But right now, we're building our census back up. We get an average of about 17 people a day. The people that come have Alzheimer's or dementia or some form of memory loss. Some people just come for the socialization. The people that we have at St. Agnes are not nursing home material. They're higher functioning than that, so they can make friends. We had one lady come who brought her husband, and she said, I have so many things I'm going to get done this day. And so when she came back, I asked her, I said, what did you get done? She said, nothing, I slept. She said it was the best sleep she's had in a long time. So when St. Agnes was built 25 years ago, they put in very nice, but very heavy pull doors and bifold doors in our bathrooms. And the one bifold door is 2, but it's like 30 inches, 2 panels that is 30 inches each. So it blocks the doorway halfway. So when you've got somebody with a wheelchair or a walker, it's very difficult to get them in. So now we're gonna purchase a nice white four doors, 4 separate doors instead of the big 2 bifold doors. So thank you so much. We were just talking at our table, the wonderful work you help us with. So thank you.
Hi, everybody, I'm Will Sharp. I'm with True North Training Stables. So at True North, we mentor kids with disabilities and at-risk youth with the help of horses. So we see them as our true mentors, and then there's a large group of us adults as well that help with the mentoring process. So thank you all very much for your support. We for the kids, we do an 8-week program, and each week we focus on a different life skill. So like week 1, we build a relationship with our horse and our mentor, and then we build that all the way to week 8, which is trust. And so our goal is so that every kid can learn some skills. A big thing for us, we were talking at the table, we get the kids outside, we get them away from technology, and we can really see them grow. And one of the biggest things that we want is the kids to make a connection. So a lot of times it's very easy for kids, especially kids that we see a lot of kids with autism, easy to connect to an animal, not necessarily a person. So one of the other things that we saw as we've grown, so we've been around for 8 years now, about 4 years in, we saw some needs with our families, and so we started a family ambassador program. So we actually have other adults, and a lot of our volunteers are former teachers, social workers, people that love horses. And so as we've grown, we saw this need, and so then we started having people sit with the families and talk through all the things that we're doing. So your grant money, we have built a few picnic tables, and we need a lot more because almost all of our families are now paired with a family ambassador. And so we just like to kind of spread everyone out around the farm so they can have a nice, peaceful conversation. And so thank you very much. One really cool thing as well is that we're actually going to have our boys group. So we have a group of 8 boys that come on Mondays for a few hours. They're going to build the picnic tables for us. So thank you guys so much for your support. And like everyone there said, if you guys have any questions or if anybody would ever like a tour, we are, especially if you're a horse person, we are happy to give tours, and we take volunteers of all different skill levels. Some people only come out and scoop horse poop, which actually has more skill to it than you would think. But thank you guys all very much.
My name is Kevin Melton. I'm with the Valpo Parks Department, and I'm joined today with Lisa Cruz-Bell from the Valpo Parks Department. She's the Development Director. Just want to say thank you for your grant towards our Valpo Skate Park project. We've been working the better half of 2021, gathering public input, understanding what the public needs, as well as designing the park. It's a 34,000 square foot concrete pad to be placed at Fairgrounds Park on the northwest corner So we've been gathering a lot of input, designing the park thus far, and now 2022 will be fundraising. We have a $1 million goal, and we're $250,000 there. So with this, this grant will help us get a little bit closer. The park itself, 34,000 square feet, but we'll have a lot of different applications to it, built for people of all ages and abilities. But most importantly, an adaptive lane, as many of the around the table said, really want to make it an inclusive park, much like Valparaiso is to a whole host of people. We want to make sure that as we continue forward, that our parks have that in mind as well. So on behalf of the Parks Department, the Parks Foundation, thank you for this grant as well as all the support over the many years that we've been working together. Thank you very much.
Does anyone have questions for any of the folks that you heard from today? It's going to be a sign-up sheet for the horse poop scooping.
I don't have that skill. Yeah,
Skill.
it was a skill to that.
Skill. Any questions?
Where's the horse farm located?
Where you want to go? Huh?
Yeah, I'm a city kid. I've never seen that, so I don't know what we'll do.
So we're in Chesterton. We're just south of the Brassy Golf Course. So right in between the Brassy and Liberty Intermediate School.
Thank you.
Any other questions? As you can tell, the groups that are represented here do a very wide variety of service. So we're fortunate in Valparaiso and throughout our community that there are terrific people, talented, committed, passionate people who are caring for our community in a variety of different ways. And that's certainly the same thing here today. I think that's, I'll turn it back to you. Bill.
I'm interested in how the skate park will intrude upon the present soccer field.
Why are you worried? So the proposed site for the skate park is on the northwest corner of the property, which there is a soccer field, which actually used to be the Valpo High School varsity field many years ago. That's where the Parks Department plays our adult soccer programs. And a couple of days ago, if you read the paper, or maybe you were at City Hall, there was an announcement about a Valpo for All Generations. They announced that 250 parcel for a sports and recreation complex. That soccer field will be relocated to the new parcel property with adult soccer as well as many other folks who play soccer. So therefore, it's kind of a domino effect.
Where is that?
Just east of 49, from 400 north to 500 north, 240 acres. New parkland was just purchased.
Oh, that's great.
And I understand native Doug Ketterman is designing that.
He is, yeah. So Doug's a 1998 Valpo high school grad, and fast forward 25 years, lives in Beaverton, Oregon, has his own skate park design company. And we engaged with Doug, who helped design the first skate park around his Lakewood, and he's back and helping us design this park, which was a passion.
So unfortunate, we just lost his dad to COVID, locally, a friend of ours. It's bad, now he's gonna be working. Any other questions for our recipients? Thank you. So exciting to hear about everything you're doing. Don't be nervous, get up here and do this every week.
Deb, I don't have a question. I just Jacob's Ladder. I have a little guy that is now 10. And I think just before we were identifying there was a speech problem going on and we didn't know, everybody was saying, oh, he's the poor child, he's fine. And grandma keeps saying, no, something's not. And you guys came in and did the diagnosis and he did some work with South. And I'm here to say that today they took him out of every program and he's living great. So thank you for that early diagnosis.
Okay, so Bob is supposed to be sergeant. All the sergeants think I don't like him because I forget them. And I dreamed the other night before I came back to Rotary from vacation, like There are people up here going on and on and on. Why would I drink that? Can you ask for good news or?
Sure.
Sure. Go.
Happy to.
Anybody have good news? You want to tell Bob?
I do.
Okay, see, we do.
All right. I'll take it back.
My good family news is twofold. First, my son who spent 7 years in Japan is back in the United States and got a great job. So we're really excited about that. So he learned Japanese here at Valpo High before and then studied Japanese in business. So anyway, he's back. The biggest news is my grandson. I can't believe I'm saying this. I have a grandson who's graduating from high school and he just got accepted at his top choice in college and he's going to go to Brigham Young University. And the kid, just telling you, he is autistic and straight A student. So it says so much about what these kids who have issues can do, and I'm just real proud of them.
We just got back last week from Disney World. We went on the ESPN sports complex with my middle daughter, and we got first place with the Lions Soccer Club at the ESPN zone. It was pretty sweet to see that medal.
Bill Steinbrecher probably would make this announcement. And here's $20 for Jennifer Wright. Tomorrow is the Hilltop Suits fundraiser for Hilltop, which is a very popular program that almost always is a sellout. It starts at 4 o'clock and it's $25 for tickets, and you can get them, I believe, at the door. Thanks, Doug. Other good news.
My younger child just turned 21 and is gainfully employed in the field of her choice in dental assisting, and that's wonderful. And my older child is 23, graduated from Purdue with a degree in turf management and business, and he was accepted a fantastic job out east in DC, Mount Vernon Golf Course, but he will be coming home to Indiana next month with an offer from Crooked Stick in Carmel that he could not refuse. So he'll be back in Indiana. So that's exciting.
I just have two quick announcements. Aaron, you guys put on a great show Friday night down at La Crosse. You have to give them one every 20 years, right? So if anybody follows small town basketball, La Crosse counts. Big rivalry game Friday night. La Crosse, I think, was the first time in 20 years, I think, beat counts. So it's a great game. That was a lot of fun. Other thing, I had this one. Oh, Sunday, March 13th, I was reminded by Doug, VNA Meals on Wheels, I will pay $20 for this. We are having our, Carlos and Elena are hosting a dinner for us at Don Quixote. We're raising money to buy a new van so we can better serve South County. We just have explosive need down in South County right now, so we're going to be purchasing a new van so we can get meals down there much more efficiently and effectively. So thanks to Carlos and Elena at Meals on Don Quixote for helping us out with that. So that's it.
Thank you, our president nominee. Okay, I have good news. I put it on the announcements and failed to put the attachment. So let me read. This is about our James Muhammad. And he announced a Lakeshore Public Media won an Emmy at one time recently. And so now Lakeshore Media President and CEO James Muhammad won a Richard Allen Award, a national honor. He received the award at the United Negro College Fund Scholarship Gala at Allen University in Columbia, South Carolina. It honors those who have shown leadership in educating youth and made exceptional contributions to society. So he's not here today to hear our congratulations, but we are proud of him. And as we all know, Rick Urschel, our secretary, received the Distinguished Community Leader here in Valparaiso, and that honor banquet will be in March. If anybody would like to attend, let us know and we'll go and support. Anything else coming up that we need to talk about? Board of Directors meeting March 14th. Okay, let's stand and close with the four-way pledge. And again, our grant recipients, please come here for a picture. Okay, of the things we think, say, or do, is it true? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And is it fun?